Okay, we're gonna try this again. Everything crashed. That was lovely. But all right. Hey Google. Well, what's up, everybody? Sorry for the craziness earlier. My computer just decided to uh, crash itself. I don't know what in the world happened. But we're going to be doing a quick flight today from Phoenix to Las Vegas. We're having a little bit of fun doing that. So, welcome along. Bryson, you ought to join us. I currently am not on VATSIM, FYI. I'm going to use Beyond ATC so that way we've got ATC services the whole way, but you are still obviously more than welcome to hop along with. All right. I've just got to pull up my different chats so I can make sure I'm watching them. Thanks for the follow, Bryson. Also, I'll be honest, this is like the third time I've ever gone live on TikTok, so I have no idea how any of this works. And if you send hearts and those sorts of things, I'm gonna have zero clue what that means. I'll still say thanks, but what it actually entails, no idea. But yeah, welcome along for the flight. Appreciate it. It's been kind of a labor of love getting this thing going and working. But let's go ahead and get this going. I apologize, I cannot get the CDU, this box down here that you like set everything up on, to show up on the screens. I'm gonna turn off the traffic advisories. Um, but just an FYI, I'm going to be kind of heads down for a little bit here, but I'll kind of explain what I'm doing. So first off, I gotta tell the plane where in the world I'm at, and then I gotta set it up for the flight. So I'm gonna request it. I already used SimBrief to create the flight. I'll go ahead and request boarding, and that'll get GSX. You'll see them start walking around doing all their things on the screen up there. But I'm gonna set this thing going up, so they're gonna get people on the plane, get everything up and going, or at least they should. Oh, handling by American. No, no, we're doing Delta. Come on now. It's a Delta plane. And I'm at the Delta gates. All right, so we're going to be flight. Da, 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 da. Hold on, make sure this is all good. Okay. All right, Delta 2212. I do not know what the ground frequency is here, so I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to ask, I'm going to do this. Let's get the ATIS 127.575. And if you don't hear anything when I start talking or when they start talking, just let me know. I'll work it. I'll look at everything and make sure it's working. You should be able to hear it. Lima. I need a pen. Okay, I'm just getting frequencies, that kind of stuff. Departures 126.8. Centers 125.4. 118.1. That's where we're going now. All right. Phoenix clearance Delta 2212 requesting IFR clearance to Las Vegas with information. Lima. Good lord, that was quick. Can I get the departure transition one more time for Delta 2207? And Separ 2. God lord. I gotta slow that thing down. 25 right. I don't wanna know. Roger, cleared via the Separ 2 with the Rista transition, then is filed for runway 25 right, Delta 2205. I don't remember what flight number I am. 2212. Roger, the Separ 2 transition with the Rasta, Separ 2 departure with the Rasta transition, departures 126.8, squawk 3732, Delta 2212. So, we're going to do Hosta. Separ 2 departure with the Hosta transition, then climb via the SID. You gonna be happy now? Oh my lord. Alright, you know what? Read it back. Do it for me. Separ 2 with the Rasta transition. So we're setting that up. Over to ground at 125.55 when ready for push and start Delta 2212. 132.55 Delta 2212. All right, and then so we're gonna take a look at some charts. I'm just gonna kind of tell you all what I'm looking at because I do not have this to where you can see it, and I apologize. But I'll kind of here. Let me get you. I think. Yeah, it is. You can kind of see a little bit more. Okay, so we're using the Separ 2 departure with the Rasta transition, which the top altitude for that is 8,000. So I'm going to put that in the MCP, which is this guy right here. Basically tells the plane, do not go any higher than 8,000. And good luck. So the legs, Juno, yep. Then Azgwa. I don't know how to say that. Only thing is that Zit Dog would be the maximum 230 knots or below, or 5,000 above, which is in the box. So that's lovely. And then when we arrive, we use 26 left, the Rakester 4, and the Elda transition. In theory, that's going to be 26 left is where we'll come into, but I will set that up a little bit. Alright, so if we take a look at the flight, it's kind of a short one. But gonna step through these, just make sure it looks like a good flight. And then there's Vegas. And they, if I look at the ATIS, oh, today information pop, visual runways, landing runways 26 left and 19 right. I mean, they're probably going to send me on 26 left, considering where I'm coming in at. So, we'll do the RNAV for 26 left. So I'm basically just setting the plane up, telling it how we're going to be coming in to land. That way, when we're airborne, we don't got to worry about trying to put it in the box, get it all going, because it is a really short flight today. About an hour, like hour 10. Block time's about an hour and a half, so not too long. Okay, and this will be using the Rakester with the Elder Transition Preno Execute. Look at the flags, make sure that's all. Okay, come on now. Let's step through it. Bring Larry up. Make sure there's no discons. Alright, now we're going to go to the plan and we'll just take a look at this super quick. Alright, so we're going to step through this, just take a look, and that's exactly what it looks like on the tablet. So, check it off runway. Change this to 25 right, which apparently this isn't in use, but that's what ATC says we're doing, so. Alright. Say intentions is not perfect. We'll just put some information in here, so. Our course. 258. Put save over here. 258. And then. Let's get performance data. Maintenance. Passenger 21.5 is our center of gravity, so I'll put that in here, 21.5. Okay, so I'm going to go into SimBrief. I'm going to get my takeoff info. You can get it on there, basically say what you're flying, all that kind of good stuff, and it will populate it all for you. So, I go performance page, request that, so that way we can get all that. That'll put like our cruise altitudes, all that stuff in there. That ding dong says it's ready. Has a really low cost index, but that's okay. Then we're going to do flaps 5. Cell temp, however, is 42. Outside air temp is 20. Because we're in Phoenix. It's hot. It always is, even in the middle of winter. Flaps 5. Speed's a 154. 158. And then 164. Alright. I'm going to set my trim for the back of the elevator of the plane. I'm also going to get our APU going. Since we're probably not going to be here for too terribly much longer. 5.29 is what the trim should be. Perfect. 5.29. Alright. And then speed of 164 goes up here. Into the speed window. We're going to turn on flat directors on. Top altitude. Put the runway heading in here. Actually, yeah, because they're going to have us depart with 258 heading. So I'm going to just put that in there. Alright, so that's all set. Let's go ahead and check the overhead. Those are all good. Switches normal and auto. One fuel pump on for the APU when it comes online. All that's good. Window heat is coming on. APU complete. Make sure they don't get it. APU is now on the bus. Let's see where we're at with ground services. Baggage loading, 33%. Oh, come on, speed it up, y'all. Wonder if I just tell them I want pushback. Oh, boarding complete. Look at that. All right. They want us to go to ground at 132.55 when we're ready for the push. Phoenix ground, Delta 2212 is ready for push and start with information limit.
Delta 2212, Phoenix ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face south.
Face south. Face south, push start approved, Delta 2212. Okay, so I'm going to hit continue pushback. Come on. Continue pushback. You want me to face south, and I... Nose left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright, let's do the pushback checklist. So we're gonna, well actually, I'll run you through all of them. So pre-flight checklist, interior and exterior inspection is complete. Circuit breakers checked, nav and display switches are on normal and auto. Passenger signs coming on, window heat is on. Pressurization panel, it's automatic. I can't set it for some weird reason. I can't find it in the control panel. So set. Remote control panel is set. Flight director switches are on. Oxygen mask checked. Altimeters 3004. Cross check. Flight nav instruments are checked. Warning and annunciator lights are checked. There's all your pretty Christmas trees. Speed brake is down. Takeoff warning is checked and closed. Engine start levers are on cutoff. Stab trim come out switch is normal. Fire warning has been checked. Radios and transponders are set. Radar is off. Rudder and aileron trims free and zero. Parking brake is set. Windows closed and locked. Flight attendant briefing is complete. Parking briefing is complete. Logbook's QRH is on board. Fuel required is 12.4 on board 12.5. Pre-flight checklist is completed. So now let's roll to the pushback. Turn our pumps on. Pumps, doors, which once these shut off, no doors are open. Transponder is on. Transponding. Pushback checklist. Doors closed. Hydraulic panel is set. Fuel panel is set. Flight deck doors closed and locked. Clearly. Transponder is on transponding. Alright, here we go. Beacon on! Brakes release, clear to push.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Are you going to push me? All engines clear, start at will. Alright, so we're going to turn our packs on, off. APU comes on. Engine 2. We're going to start watching that N2. You can see on the displays. It's got N2 23, 24, 25. Technically this would be the FO starting miss, but I don't got one, so this is what we're rolling with. We're just gonna wait for it to stabilize, which with ProSim, which is the plane that we're flying. I mean, it's Boeing 737, but software's ProSim. Usually right around 31. Alright, let's give it some fuel.
Please set parking brakes.
And then we're just watching, making sure there's no hot starts or anything. There's this little red tick. You should be able to see it. It's kind of hard to see what it is I'm talking about though, but let me little red tick right there. We're just waiting for that to go away. That's when the starter cuts out. And park brakes X. Apparently, so they're going to push the starter cutout. I'm going to turn the pack back on so they get the air. Isolation valve going to close. Engine start. Going over to ground. Starting number 1. Hey Google, set the lights to 30%. It's a little bright. Same thing, just watching that end too. All right, N31.2, giving it some fuel. And then just going to pull Twitch and YouTube up on my phone so I can watch both in case there's anything I miss. All right. And starter cutout. So now I'll put the generators on. Probe heat's coming on. Left pack on. Isolation valve to open. APU bleed coming on. APU shutting off. Auto brakes going RTO. Flap lever will go 5. And then I'm pretty sure GSX is disconnected. I was not paying attention. Let me make sure. Unlocking gear. Have a good trip. All right. We're good to go. I'm going to turn the taxi line and absolutely blind everybody. I'm just kidding. Phoenix ground, Delta 2212 is ready to taxi. And then they're going to tell us how to get there. I've got my chart here. Should tell us. Tango 3, Delta 8, Echo, Echo. Roger, taxi to runway 25 right via Tango, Echo, Echo 13 for Delta 2212. I don't think I got that right. Oh, apparently I did. Tango, Tango 13. And then Echo. All right, here we go. Salute receive, flap 5, flaps 5. Let's get rocking and a rolling. Oh, hey, Mary. Thanks, friend. I told you I would do it. We're going to dodge that plane. All right, now let's not blind everybody. Oh, look, someone's coming our way. That's where I'm supposed to be. All right. Well, I hope the stream seems to be working well for everybody. This has been an absolute chore getting this thing to work correctly. So hopefully it's running and running relatively smoothish. We're going to do a flight control check. Go all the way up and all the way forward. Roll left, roll right. Rudders. Flight controls are good. Let's do the taxi checklist. Wow, I forgot the afterstart. Generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice is off, air conditioning panel set, recalls checked, auto brakes RTO. Afterstart completed. Now the taxi flaps are 5, 5, 5, 5 and green. Takeoff speeds 154, 158, 164 set. Thrust is TO42 and flight controls are checked. Taxi checklist is completed. I'm going to go ahead and do a navigation briefing just right before we take off. So we are going to be taking off runway 25 right with the Zephyr 2 departure with the Rista transition. First fix is Jinnel. We do need to be at 5,000 and above, and 230 knots or below at Ziddog. Departure is at 123.4. No weather changes. Other than that, we're ready to rock and roll. You know what? I'm going to make it daytime. It's not very fun to see everything at night. Boom! Oh, that's bright. Also, I know it's a little stuttery. The computer that's running this is not the world's best, and I apologize. Brakes work. And the next one is Echo 1-3. Over to tower 120.9er, Delta 2212. Tower Delta 2212 is at Echo 1-3, holding short, ready for takeoff. Ready to go. Park brake set. Do the before takeoff checklist. That's where I'm at. Roger, taxi to 25 right via Echo and then Delta 9er. That's where I'm at. Maybe I need to pull forward a little bit more. But we'll get it in a sec. Before takeoff checklist, runway position. Runway 25 right, full length inside and outside. Flaps 5-5 green. Navigation briefing is complete. Takeoff warning. It's going to beep. Is checked. Auto throttle's armed. Engine start switches to continuous. Transponder TARA. Flight attendants. Notified and acknowledged. Alright. This system's glitching out again, so we're just going to tell it that we're ready to go. And hope it lets us just do it. There we go. Clear for takeoff, Delta 2212. Alright, here we go. Clear for takeoff, runway 25 right, Delta 2212. Are you going to get moving, plane? There we go. It's like I'm stuck. You know what? Is there? Let me check one thing. No, there's no one. There's no tower or anything available right now, anyways. Alright. Here we go. And we're going to toggle button. Throttles are going to push themselves forward. Right, 80 knots. Throttle hold. Thrust is normal. I'm drifting a little bit. This is why you got two pilots. One to watch these things, one to watch out. Where'd my V-speeds go? And they're gone. We'll figure that out later. But I know that it was 164 because I've got it in the box. And let's pause the brake. Gear up. 400. LNAV coming on. That's weird. And 1,000 feet, we're going to kick VNAV on. So that is lateral navigation and vertical navigation. That's the way that basically the plane knows how to get from point A to point B. I mean, I could technically fly it, but that's how I programmed the computer, so we enabled that. There we go, flaps 1. And flaps 3732 IM. Delta 2212, squawk 3732. Over to departure, Delta 2212, which was 125.4. I'm going to turn on the autopilot for a split second. Phoenix departure, Delta 2212 is at 6,000, climbing for 8,000. Continue climb to 14,000 for Delta 2212. All right. So that got a little weird, leaving Phoenix there. And then flaps up after takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist is completed. That's a silent checklist, which is why I didn't say anything, but I'll tell you what it is. So flaps up, landing gear up and off, packs onto auto, which they already are. Engine bleeds on, pressurization panel checked, engine start switches to off, or, I mean, it's as required, because if you have your anti-ice, then they need to stay on continuous. And then APU off, but it was already off, so we're good. Welcome that one guy. Welcome, welcome. So we're just doing a quick little flight from Phoenix to Las Vegas. Let me get a little bit nicer view. This plane is a Boeing 737-800. That's what this cockpit is modeled after. Easiest way to think of it, same thing Southwest flies. I mean, Southwest does have some other variants, like the Dash. Up to flight level 280, Delta 2212. Sorry, 280. So that's plane, 737-800. That's one of my favorite aircraft. It's not my all-time favorite. Also, we passed 10,000, so the retractables come in. Because there are, with this plane, it's kind of an older version, or at least that's how the cockpit is modeled, where it has little lights that like flip out on the bottom. That's retractable lights. And they don't like going fast. They will break. So once you hit 10,000, you're supposed to bring them in, because in America, at least, when you hit 10,000 feet, there's like a speed limit, is the best way to think of it, of 250 knots below 10,000. And that's what those are designed for. But once you go over 10,000, you can go above 250 knots or miles. I mean, it's not miles an hour exactly, but that's kind of the easiest way to think of it. It's 250 miles an hour. But that's how fast they are not rated to go. They don't want to go any faster than that. So you always turn them off once you hit 10, because that's when the plane can speed up a little bit more. So that way you don't break some landing lights. Some of the newer ones don't have the retractables, so it's something that's not as important. But yeah, so this is our plane. We're going to be flying to Vegas. And my box is frozen. Computer's been having a little bit of issues. It's kind of interesting. It's a quick flight. Should be landing in about 40 minutes already, so not too terribly long. We're currently climbing. You might have heard he said flight level. So in the States, there's something that's called a transition altitude, and that's in the States or outside of the States. And that transition altitude, once you hit that, you transition from whatever your barometric pressure is, which is what you're hearing them say, like 3005. That's the pressure, and you change that using this knob here, and you'll see it. Let me switch you over to a view that has it, depending on where you're at. So if you look at the bottom of that box that has the blue top and the brown bottom, where it has 16,100, that's the altitude of the aircraft as it's slowly climbing. Um, also, is that working? Okay, yeah, it is. Anywho, so when we hit 18,000, we switch over to standard pressure. That's what it is in the States, is 18,000. Outside the States, it varies airport to airport. Sometimes, like in Europe, it's like 3,000 feet or something. So you immediately switch over to flight level, is the phrase. So when they say climb to flight level 280, it's 28,000 feet. It's just the wording. Oh. Over to Albuquerque Center, 128.45. See ya. That's 18,000. Climb checklist, altimeters, standard cross check. All right. Albuquerque Center, Delta 2212 at flight level 18, climbing for flight level 28. So I turned off the rest of my lights and the wing light once we hit 18,000. Albuquerque Center. So flight level 280 is the final altitude that we're going to. So once we hit that, that's technically our cruise. But it's a short little flight today. Nothing too crazy. And that is the flight. You can see all the different names for them. As you can see, like that little pink line in the middle of the screen, roughly, towards the bottom. We've got Misa, Rista, Elda. Those are different waypoints, like streets, like intersections for streets. Little more complex than that, but just trying to think of the easiest way to explain that. And thanks, Mary. I appreciate you. If you're still here, I am having fun. I always have fun when I'm in this thing. Also, whoever followed, appreciate it. I do not know how TikTok live streaming works as far as the likes, the gifts, all those sorts of things. So I apologize if you're doing things. I don't have alerts set up or any of that kind of stuff. I need to, but we're not there. My hydraulic quantity is quite low. Let me check something real quick. I mean, we should be good to keep flying, keep continuing on, but it is a little worrisome. And this does not have any sort of, like this AI ATC does not do, what's the word I'm looking for? Failures. So if I had a failure, I would just have to get off it, basically. It doesn't like it. Okay. Yeah, so we're coming up on the cruise altitude. Pretty straightforward departure. The only thing weird was it deleted the V speeds. You might have heard me say that. Whoa. Just randomly had monitors shut off on me. But yeah, that was the only thing weird is I lost a V speed, which is basically the computer program for the speed that I want to fly at. And it just deleted itself. But that's one of the reasons why in this little box right here, you guys can't see it. Actually, this one might be better. In this box right here, we have our takeoff speeds, V2, the rotate speed. So this is where we put like we're going, essentially. So even though I lost it, I was still able to pull it up. I just glanced right there, knew what the safe speed was for takeoff, and off we went. I think technically that would be a criteria to abort takeoff, but we're not doing that today. Du-du-du-du-du-du-du.
November 45 to Mike Papa. Contact Albuquerque Center 124.5.
Center on 124.5, November 45 to Mike
So
Papa.
we're just cruising. Nothing too crazy. I wonder.
Polaris 966. Descend via Rockstar 4 arrival. Harry Reid Airport landing runway 26 left, altimeter 3004. Descend via Rockstar 4 arrival. Harry Reid
We're gonna hop on Discord, and if anyone hops in, they can chat with us.
Polaris 966.
It's a beautiful plane. Love that thing. I don't know. So if you think of anything while you're watching this, as far as something that might make it better, worse, any of that kind of stuff, feel free to give that feedback. I'm always looking to improve. I think actually this one.
West at 1770. Contact Phoenix approach 128.65. Have a good day.
Contact Phoenix Approach West to 1770. Have a good day.
Got a bot. Got spam on Twitch. Love that. You know what? Let's do this. Is gonna. Hi.
Polaris 966. Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65. Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65. Polaris 966.
Yeah, we're gonna block that user. Alright, we're already coming up on the top and drop. It's less than 80 miles out. So, let's get ready for the approach. Rakester 4. Goodness. Okay, Petty, 250, 14 to 16. Huxley, 250, flies. Okay, that's all set up. And the other nav, of course, is 259. Man, pretty much the same direction we took off. 2450.
Albuquerque Center, Air Canada 970. Good day. Flight level 330. Air Canada 970. Albuquerque Center. Radar contact.
Okay. Got the plane set up ready for that. Courses. I don't know what the altimeter is though. Let's see what that is. Altimeter is 3004.
Albuquerque Center, November 402 Echo Romeo. Good day, 3,500. November 402 Echo Romeo, Albuquerque Center. Good day, radar contact. Continue climb to 12,200 feet, altimeter 3008. Continue climb to 12,200 feet, altimeter 3008, November 402 Echo Romeo.
Albuquerque Center, November 911 Quebec, flight level 370.
So we're coming up on the top drop, getting ready to plop down into Vegas. The land of sin. Should be arriving in about 30 minutes. Shouldn't take too long. Oh, don't start that. Okay, there we go. The sim has this weird tendency sometimes to get into this like oscillation thing where you're flying and then all of a sudden like it just starts doing this rolling thing. And I'm not too sure.
12, Albuquerque Center. Expect Rockstar 4. Runway 26 left.
We'll expect Rockstar 4 and runway 26 left for Delta 2212. Look at that, that's what we got. 26 left in Rockstar.
Good day, Albuquerque Center. November 289 Romeo Tango. Descending via Desert 2, flight level 386.
November 289 Romeo Tango, Albuquerque Center.
Oh no. If you guys are hearing it. A4. Boy, someone talk soon and then we can test it.
Albuquerque Center, flex. Did 554, flight level 450.
Flex.
All right, that's
554,
weird.
Albuquerque Center. Radar contact.
Voice too, so I can see now that y'all can't hear what they're saying. Albuquerque Center, Delta 2212, radio check. 3-2. Should play on that one. Alright, we're gonna just do this. Settings. Sound. See, and this is why we go through this, to figure it all out. Cable A input. Nope. You are now playing through the wrong thing. Okay, why are you doing this? Cable B, cable A. Sorry, technical issues.
Albuquerque Center, ExecJet 243, flight level 359er.
ExecJet 243, Albuquerque Center, radar contact.
Alright, why are you doing this? Computer. You know what? We'll figure it out later.
Albuquerque Center, American 2048, good day, 211, 11,200 for 14,000, direct 26.
American 2048, Albuquerque Center, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Okay.
Maintain flight level 280, American 2048.
Hopefully.
2212,
That
descend via
fixes it.
Rockstar 4 arrival. Harry Reid Airport landing, runway 26 left, altimeter 3004.
Cleared for the Rockstar 4 arrival for Harry Reid for Delta 2212.
Negative, descend via Rockstar 4 arrival and runway 26 left.
Descend via the Rockstar 4 arrival for runway 26 left, Delta 2212.
Negative, descend via Rockstar 4 arrival.
That's what I'm saying!
Descend via Rockstar 4 arrival. Harry Reid Airport landing runway 26 left, altimeter 3004 Delta 2212.
ExecJet 243, Albuquerque Center, expect Disney 6, runway 20 right.
Expect Disney 6, runway 20 right, ExecJet 243.
Delta 2212, contact Los Angeles Center 3465.
Over to Los Angeles Center at 324.65. That doesn't sound right.
Negative, Los Angeles Center on 3465.
Over to Los Angeles Center at 34.65, Delta 2212.
Albuquerque Center, American.
Los Angeles Center, Delta 2212's flight level 280, descending via the Rockstar 4 arrival.
Delta 2212, Los Angeles Center, roger.
Okay, so we started our descent into Las Vegas.
Good day, Los Angeles Center. American 820. Descending via Hollywood 1. Flight level 260.
American 820,
We
Los
should be
Angeles
landing.
Center. Los Angeles
About
Center,
20 minutes.
November 662 Julie. Get Mike. Good day, flight level 330. November 662 Juliet Mike, Los Angeles Center, copy.
Alright. Welcome, FC. Alright, goodbye, FC.
Flex, Jet 374, contact Los Angeles, Center 124.625. Center on 124.625, Flex, Jet 374.
Los Angeles Center, ExecJet 243, descending via Disney 6, flight level 360.
Alright, we'll slow down.
ExecJet 243, Los Angeles Center.
See those little boards kind of sticking out on the wings? Those are the spoilers. They help slow us down. Web Live Non-Logged Viewer. That's quite the name for a user. Shouldn't be too terribly much longer. Somewhere out there's Vegas. Coming up on that.
Los Angeles Center, Air France 066 Heavy, descending via Bay Street 1, flight level 223.
Air France 066 Heavy,
Hurts
Los
after
Angeles
some time.
Center, radar contact.
What did you do with my... Ah, there. All right. So we're on our way. We're on the approach now into Las Vegas. Coming up on that transition. Let's get ready for the descension. All right. Coming up on 18,000, descent checklist, altimeters. R30, oh, that moved. That's supposed to be 3004. Cross check minimums, barrel 2450, landing data.
Los Angeles Center,
Required
Porter Air
flaps
663. Good day. Flight
Flaps
level
30, 141, we'll go auto brakes 3.
Porter Air 663.
Seatbelt sign is on. Pressurization panel set, recall checked. Descent checklist is concluded. We'll go all in on this now. Get the seatbelt on and everything. Alright, speed brakes.
Los Angeles Center, November 223 Sierra Hotel. Good day, flight level 339er. November 323 Sierra Hotel, Los Angeles Center, roger. Delta 2212, contact Las Vegas approach 119.775.
Over to Las Vegas approach, 119er 775, Delta 2212. Las Vegas approach, Delta 2212 is on the Rockstar 4 arrival at 2,700.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas approach, altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left.
Altimeter 3004, we'll expect the visual for 26 left, Delta 2212. Is that what I have? Did I get it right? Nope, that's what we got. Fantastic.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas approach, altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left.
We'll expect the visual for 26 left, Delta 2212. What I said, yo. I don't know what you got. You're like not wanting to listen.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas approach.
Delta 2212.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas approach, altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left.
We'll expect the visual for runway 26 left, Delta 2212. Man, what's going on with this thing?
Delta 2212, we have Bravo on board.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas approach, altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left.
Oh, that's why. Gosh, dang it. Okay, we'll go C input. We'll expect the visual approach from runway 26 left, Delta 2212.
Las Vegas approach west at 1116. Good day, 13,500 feet. We have Bravo.
West, get 1116.
Alright, let's see if this
Las
works.
Vegas approach, altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left.
Altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left west at 1116.
Las Vegas approach Delta 2212. We'll expect the visual approach for runway 26 left. Oh my golly, man. Okay. Test. Test. Where's this going? Voice incoming into virtual 2. Cable D.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas approach, altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left.
We'll expect the visual approach to runway 26 left, Delta 2212. Why isn't this working? United 253, turn left heading 060, contact departure 125.2. No audio is detected. Cable C. Cable D. Input. Cable D out.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas approach, altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left.
United 253, turn left heading 060, contact departure 125.2.
Negative, runway 26 left.
There we go. We'll expect the visual approach to runway 26 left, Delta 2212. God, that was annoying.
Delta 2212 with Bravo.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas approach, altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left.
Altimeter 3004.
I'm gonna let AI
runway 26
handle
left.
it.
Delta 2212.
AA is messing up, might as well let AI finish it. Alright, I see Vegas out front. Alright, that's 10,000. Let's get the retractables.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas approach, altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left.
Altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left. Delta 2212.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas approach.
Delta
What is
2212,
going on?
We have Bravo on board.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas approach, altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left.
Altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left. Delta 2212. Delta 2212 with Bravo.
Alright, this thing is glitching hard.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas approach, good day, altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left.
Altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left.
We're just gonna cancel it because it's clearly not working. And then we'll reload it and hopefully that fixes it. Nav valid tune bold, that's fine. Alright, we are coming in. We are on approach. Dang, that is a steep approach. Oh, no, flaps 10. Coming in to Las Vegas. Come on, beyond ATC, let's get working here. We are in descent. Alright, let's see if this works.
Las Vegas approach, Delta 2212, descending via Rockstar 4, 6,100 feet.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas approach. Altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left.
Altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 26 left, Delta 2212.
Delta 2212, airport is at your 12 o'clock 13 miles. Report the field in sight.
Alright, there we go. Field is in sight, Delta 2212.
Delta 2212, verify you have the field in sight.
Ah,
We have the field, Delta 2212.
Delta 2212, cleared visual approach runway 26 left.
Cleared visual approach 26 left, Delta 2212.
Alright, let's go ahead and go gear down. Flaps 15. We'll do flaps 30 landing checklist. Landing checklist. Landing gear is down, flaps 30, 30 green, speed brake disarmed, engine start switch to continuous. Landing checklist is completed.
Delta 2212, contact Las Vegas Tower 119.9er.
Over to Tower 119.9er, Delta 2212.
See if this
Have a
works.
good day. Las Vegas Tower, Delta 2212. Visual
Alright,
runway
I'm gonna
26
handle
left.
Delta 2212, Las Vegas Tower. Wind 260 at 5 runway 26 left cleared to land.
Clear to land.
Runway 26 left, clear to land. Delta 2212.
Service. Alright, y'all. Sit down. We're coming into land. 1,600 feet. A little left. Alright, here we go. And welcome to Vegas. Oh, auto brakes disarmed. And that's 80 knots. Speed brakes up. Alright.
Delta 2212.
Welcome to Vegas.
Right at Alpha 8.
Exit right at Alpha 8 Delta 2212.
Delta 2212. Contact ground 121.1. Have a good one.
Ground 121.1 Delta 2212. Have a good day.
Alright, let's go ahead and do the after landing. What up, Skinny Burrito? The non-logged in user. Oh, that makes sense. It's like, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Alright, let's see if this will work. Vegas ground, Delta 2212's requesting taxi to the gate. I don't know why this thing.
Delta 2212, request taxi to company gate.
Moxie 508, contact Las Vegas Tower 119.9er.
Park break set.
Over to Tower 119.9er Moxie 508. Have a good one.
Delta 2212. Gate Delta Tree 4 taxi via Alpha 7 Alpha, Alpha 8. Hold short runway 26 right.
Gate Delta 34.
Gate Delta 34 via Alpha 7 Alpha, Alpha 8. Hold short runway 26 right. Delta 2212.
I figured that was you, Mar. What up, what up, what up? How goes it, Mar? Also, I love burritos, just saying. Alright. And we'll get the AP going. Anyways. Appreciate you with the coins. I don't know what it means, but I appreciate it nonetheless. One of these days I'll learn what all that shenanigans means and entails and yada yada yada. I think of this one. Yeah, we'll do this one.
Delta 2212, holding short 26 right.
Delta 2212, hold short of 26 right. I'll call you back.
Rude.
Hold short of 26 right for traffic.
Mark breaks
Delta
that.
2212.
Never mind, I guess we're not crossing it. I was expecting them to just be like, go for it, bro! I'll figure out how this radio panel works. TARA. Because I don't know half the stuff. Like, it's not like ours.
2212, cross runway 26 right at Alpha 8. Continue taxi via Alpha 8 Alpha, Alpha Tree Charlie Tree.
Cross runway 26 right at Alpha 8. Continue taxi via Alpha 8 Alpha, Alpha 3 Charlie 3 Delta 2212.
West jet 1789, gate Delta 22 request pushback. West jet 1789, Las Vegas ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face
Alright.
southeast.
Mark break released.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face southeast west, jet 1789.
Let's get across this. Might as well put the AP on the bus now. I think we're frozen. There we go. That was weird.
Delta 2212, cross runway 26 right at Alpha Tree. Continue taxi via Alpha 8 Alpha, Alpha Tree Charlie Tree.
Cross runway 26 right at Alpha 3. Continue taxi via Alpha 8 Alpha, Alpha 3 Charlie 3 Delta 2212.
Where in the world is... Alright, we're just gonna taxi to the gate, park it, stop it, roll with it.
American 2847 has gate Delta 10, request pushback and engine start.
American 28.
There's a lot of...
Las Vegas ground, pushback approved.
I think it
Face
needs
southeast.
sleep, honestly. Like,
Pushback approved.
all of this is just running kind of a little glitchy. So how's your day been, Mar? Got anything fun planned for this week? Obviously, aside from Christmas.
WestJet 1789, request taxi to the active. WestJet 1789, runway 26 right, taxi via Quebec 1 Charlie, Bravo. Runway 26 right, taxi via Quebec 1 Charlie, Bravo, West, Jet 1789.
Oh man, I'm tired. The only thing fun that's planned is sim flying. You know what? That's a lot of fun. You can never go wrong with some good old sim flying, man. Like, it's just solid. Pretty sure they're sending me to the Delta gates. Delta, what was it? D34. D34.
American 2847, request taxi.
You think you're gonna be getting any flight sim stuff for Christmas, Mar?
26 right, taxi via Charlie Tree, Bravo, Bravo 1.
Runway 26
I know,
right, taxi via
my
Charlie
youngin'
Tree,
days.
Bravo, 1, American
That was the
2847.
one thing I always hoped for. Was flight sim gear. But man, that stuff is just expensive nowadays. I should probably look where I'm going, eh? If you could pick, Mar, any one thing for flight sim stuff, what would you get? Also, why are you sending me to the American? Like, clearly those are American plates. I ain't no America. I'm Delta. Alright, this is D34 here. Kick off taxi light so we don't blind everybody.
West, DIT 1789. Contact Las Vegas Tower 119.9 CU. Over to Tower 119.9 West, DIT 1789.
He'll take the Phoenix, that's fair. The Phoenix is such a good bird. I haven't flown it, but obviously, like... Park and brake, set! Let him up! Shut him down! Shut down checklist. But, I mean, everybody
American 2847.
in the industry
Contact
is
Las
like,
Vegas
that
Tower
is the
119.9.
gold standard, so you know...
Contact Tower 1.
If that's the
19.9,
case,
American
like,
2847.
it's the gold standard, man.
All aircraft be advised. Information Oscar now current. Altimeter 30.
Just gonna switch to random frequency so we don't have to listen. Flight director's coming off, auto brakes off. Alright, let's do shutdown checklist. Park brake is set. Fuel pump switches 1 on. You know what? Let's get the ground power. So that way I can shut it off. Ground services, ground power. On. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and turn off the APU. Fuel pump switches off. Seatbelt side off. Window heat is off, even though it says on for one of them. I don't understand it, but that's fine. Probe heat auto, anti-ice off, electric oil pumps are off, air conditioning panel is set, anti-collision light is off, engine start levers are in cutoff, transponder is in standby. Shutdown checklist completed. Let's do the secure checklist. Stab trim, no idea. IRS modes, don't have that. Cabin utility power is off. IFE passenger seat is off. Emergency lights are off. PACs off. Engine bleed switches are on. Trim air is off. APU and external power is off. We'll just doink. Battery switch off. And then for mine, and that puts her to sleep. Alright, Mar, I appreciate you hopping on, and anyone else who's watching, I appreciate it. I know it's kind of a quick one, but that's all the time I got, so keep blue side up. Adios, amigos.